Hello everyone, welcome to the Halloween special on my channel. This is the start of a new format I'm going to try to do, where I pick topics that interest me and discuss them. If y'all have any video topics or ideas you'd like to see me cover, feel free to let me know. At this point, I think everyone watching my videos already has my phone number, so just shoot me a text if you have any ideas. In the background today, I have a gameplay from COD World at War Zombies and Gmod Map Bot Chases. I'm going to kick it off right into this video. Before I do, thanks for the support. 12 years ago on Halloween Day, The Walking Dead premiered on AMC, pushing the zombie genre to its peak in popular culture. Spin-off series, graphic novels, books, and video games have been made based off the Walking Dead universe, and is by far the most well-known depiction of the coming zombie apocalypse to date. There was, however, another zombie story being told at this time, one that began 2 years earlier than The Walking Dead. Call of Duty Zombies. Call of Duty Zombies combines human experimentation, supernatural meddling, and deep space cosmic horror to create its vision of the coming zombie apocalypse. In my opinion, it is a much more interesting vehicle to drive your zombie story with than the generic zombie virus, which a majority of zombie stories depicted in media use. In this video, I will be explaining my reasons for why Hollywood needs to rethink its zombie movies and start modeling a few stories off the Call of Duty zombie apocalypse. I searched on IMDb the highest grossing zombie movies of all time, and 13 of them used a biological virus, man-made or otherwise, as the root cause of their apocalypses. Only 3 zombie movies had a supernatural aspect to the undead: Pet Sematary, Creepshow, and Pet Sematary 2. The other 4 zombie movies on the list I didn't feel belonged in either category, were Hotel Transylvania, Paranorman, Death Becomes Her, and Serpent in the Rainbow. In the biological category, the top 3 zombie movies were World War Z, Zombieland, and Warm Bodies, with the number 1 highest grossing zombie movie of all time being World War Z. Now, in a way, World War Z is the exception to the rule when it comes to biological zombie movies, since it fixes one of my key issues with The Walking Dead. But don't get me wrong, I love The Walking Dead. I think it's one of the greatest shows of all time. I also love many of the movies it draws inspiration from, most notably being Night of the Living Dead. But my primary issue with both of these stories is the believability that these slow, shambling walkers could ever produce the end of civilization. Even when taking into consideration that everyone is infected in the Walking Dead universe, meaning that everyone that dies becomes a zombie, I still can't picture this infection doing the widespread damage that it does. In the show, the zombie apocalypse has effectively ended all of civilization, at least in the areas we're exposed to in the show. But in real life, I can't help but think that the military would be able to crack down on these slow, dim-witted walkers quickly enough to prevent the total collapse of society, especially since it can take hours for someone to turn into a walker after death. World War Z fixes all these issues for me. The infection and turning process happens incredibly fast, around 12 seconds as depicted in the movie, which means this infection getting out of hand to the point that the military cannot contain it seems much more realistic to me. Not only this, but the zombies themselves are incredibly fast. The reasons why this is terrifying should be self-evident. However, even after fixing some of the issues I have with the biological zombie virus, World War Z is still limited by this category in terms of the amount of terror it can produce. For one, the zombies are still technically alive, meaning they aren't the cannibalistic corpses we love to fear, but are instead essentially just rabid humans. This drastically decreases the amount of gore and body horror in the film, and quite frankly, was probably a premeditated move in order to maintain the PG-13 rating for the box office. It should be noted that Train to Busan has an apocalypse very similar to the World War Z apocalypse without skimping on the gore, but this is a critique of Hollywood's zombie genre, not Korea's. Similar non-American examples include the British film 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, which appear at number 12 and 15 on the IMDb highest grossing zombie movies list respectively. Moving on to the supernatural category, we can see the mistake Hollywood continues to make when tackling this form of zombie: the scope. Pet Sematary, Pet Sematary 2, and Creepshow all depict supernatural zombies raised from the dead through the unexplained or occult means. They then carry out a murder spree, typically on those they knew in life. Now, the concept of a loved one coming back from the dead but changed horrifically and attempting to kill you is most certainly terrifying, but it hardly is grounds for an apocalypse, especially when only 1 or 2 people are brought back from the dead in the course of the whole movie. This qualifies more as an isolated event rather than a world-spanning phenomenon. Even leaving IMDb's list for a moment to explore other supernatural zombie movies like Dead Snow or Evil Dead, one thing they all have in common is the limited area that the zombies inhabit, not stretching to the four corners of the globe. And then there's Call of Duty zombies. Which depicts its apocalypse overtaking the entire planet, effectively ending all life on Earth. Not even the moon is safe from the coming apocalypse. To say that the lore surrounding Call of Duty Zombies is extensive is an understatement. There are YouTube videos that take literal hours to explain the story in its entirety, which is why this is something I will not be tackling in this video. Instead, I will only explain the bare bones lore needed to explain why this depiction of the zombie apocalypse is so much scarier than anything we have yet to see in TV and movies. First of all, these zombies fix both of the flaws in the World War Z movie and The Walking Dead show. They are cannibalistic, reanimated corpses, and therefore evoke all the horror and grotesqueness that The Walking Dead zombies do. Also like The Walking Dead, they are shown to retain some degree of memory, or at least intelligence, meaning some remnants of the human being is still trapped in the corpse shell. They make use of limited speech, often shouting words while attacking you, and some zombies, particularly the Nazi zombies, can actually be seen to march, implying that they remember performing this action extensively in life. Furthermore, since these corpses were reanimated through supernatural means, they can move at the breakneck speeds that make the World War Z zombies so terrifying. They have increased strength and endurance, and are capable of leaping to great heights in order to reach the player. However, the real aspect of these zombies that I find most terrifying is the fact that they exist in a hive mind. One person, one entity, controls the entirety of the zombie horde, meaning if one zombie sees you, every zombie on Earth is aware of your location and closing in on you. In the game, this is the explanation for why the zombies always converge on your location without fail, and why there is no real stealth aspect to the game. However, for a movie, this aspect of a zombie apocalypse could greatly increase the tension for stealth scenes. Imagine having to watch the protagonist of a story sneak through areas knowing that if a single zombie so much as sees them for a split second, not just a horde will converge on them instantly, but every zombie on Earth will. Let's summarize here all the aspects of the Call of Duty zombie apocalypse that put it in a league of its own. The zombies have all the gore and horror of the classic Romero/Walking Dead zombies. They have all the speed of the terrifying World War Z and Train to Busan type zombies. They are controlled supernaturally through a hive mind, which adds a whole new layer to their threat level. It is a sad fact that a zombie apocalypse of this caliber has never been explored on the big screen, and I think Hollywood should remedy that. Now, to be clear, I do not think there should be a Call of Duty Zombies movie. The Call of Duty Zombies storyline spans across 6 different games and incorporates multiverses, time travel, alternative timelines, eldritch gods. I believe even Cthulhu makes an appearance in the later games. At this point, the storyline is more convoluted than even the MCU. I think it would be better to start fresh and make a movie perhaps inspired by Call of Duty Zombies, but with a brand new story we haven't seen before. If anyone in Hollywood agrees, I want 5% commission for the idea. And I guess to get to play a zombie too. That'd be cool. Anyways, thanks for watching. This video is a trial run of the type of content I would like to make. My goal is to start making more edited videos with topics ranging from philosophy, religion, my favorite kind of sandwich, and everything in between. If you want to stick around or offer up topic ideas of your own, like, subscribe, and comment. Happy Halloween, and thanks for watching. Instead, I will only explain the bare bone. Cut and repeat. Instead, I will only be. Cut and repeat. Need a sip of my cup of coffee.